All right. Evening, everybody. We're coming here a day early for our edition of Saturday Tailgating, college football pick show for 9/18. I've got Rossman and Legion of Picks back to give out some plays for this coming Saturday's college football action. They both got two plays for this weekend that they really like. So let's get right into it. Start off with Ross. Ross, what's your first play?
My first play, I am taking Northern Illinois plus 27.5 over Michigan. I am definitely sold on Michigan this year. However, the quarterback showing in the last game was non-existent. And granted, they have a phenomenal 1-2 running combo. And they've even got that Edwards there that they haven't even played, who's supposed to be phenomenally hardly run the ball. But that's not, I just don't think that's going to get a chance to cover 27.5 against Northern Illinois. There's going to be plenty of opportunity to just run the clock down. So that's one where I don't see them covering that large of a spread.
All right. Go against your boys there. All right.
Yeah. I'm going against 44 yards of passing last game.
Wait! Weren't you one telling me on Monday night that? Oh, well, we didn't have to pass.
They didn't have to, but I do not like 27.5 points.
Yeah. No, I don't. All right, we covered that Monday, so all right. We'll move on. We'll move on to Legion. Legion, what's your first play for Saturday?
Well, my first play is I'm going against. I'm going to take Miami -6 versus your boys there, Dan, of Michigan State. The public is just heavy on Michigan State on this game, and I can understand, kind of why early, anyways. But Miami's been tested, especially against Alabama, and then they don't know why they got tested against Appalachian State in the last game there, but I really think we're going to see a better performance from the quarterback D King there, and as long as he's more balanced and things like that, then I'm not going to be worried about this spread at all. I think the final game score is going to be about 20-31, and Miami's going to win here. So that's where I have the game. And I'm just fading the public more than anything on this play. Also, and I do like Derek King and what he can do. I just don't know if Michigan State's defense is really geared to stop a mobile quarterback as of right now. So we'll find out. So
they've been tested twice. You're right. I thought they failed both times, but hey, what do I know? I used to be a teacher, but hey, I guess you're grading on a curve. Yes, that's when you start grading on a curve when your students look bad, but you pull up the curve to make them feel better.
Yeah. I mean, I like what Michigan State's doing. Don't get me wrong. They have a balanced attack. They're actually better on defense than I thought they'd be so far this year. But I think, Derek King playing Alabama has only helped him. And then, playing a close game against Appalachian State, it's going to be at home. Michigan State has to travel. So I'll take them traveling down to Florida. And, they're probably worried about the suntan beach girls on the beach, rather than playing the game, if you're Michigan. So
you've never been to East Lansing?
No, never been to East Lansing.
All right, so you don't have to worry about looking at suntan girls on the beach.
Yeah.
No. East Lansing's all right for or at least it was when I went there. But
yeah.
All right, so I was going to say something. I forgot now. All right, Rossman, what's your next play?
Well, we now have our first two picks against each other because I am on Michigan State plus 5.5.
There you go.
Well, you're getting robbed.
Well, that's what I saw it on FanDuel plus 5.5. It's plus 6.5. That's fine
robbed.
too. I see this as a 3-point game. Michigan State, I don't believe they're going to win. I may sprinkle a little bit of money on the money line, but not much. But I see this somewhere in the vicinity of like a 30-27 game, Miami. So not that I definitely think Miami is they're going to win. But I see Michigan State being able to go in there and keep this one close. They've had excellent offensive line play. They didn't even need to really use that running back in the last game. I mean, he had a hell of a first game against Northwestern. So I think he's going to be healthy. He's going to be poised to have a good game against Miami. But in the end, they're not going to win. But I think with the way both lines have played, the fact that Miami hasn't played all that well in the secondary, and Michigan State's quarterback is playing pretty well right now, which hurts me to say as a Michigan fan. I do believe that they're going to keep this one within a field goal, and but they will not win.
Well, see,
No,
yeah,
and
you had to throw that jab in there, didn't you? You had to just
did.
throw that in there at the end. Yeah, well,
I did.
Yeah, we'll see what happened the last time you went. Your Northwestern boys didn't last very well.
They didn't. They sucked.
But here's
I agree to a lot of that. I mean, my biggest thing is the defense for Miami. Yeah, their secondary, is looking pretty bad there, but they actually do pretty good stopping the run. So if Michigan State's going to try to run the ball a little bit more this game, that's going to favor me. But like you said, last game they didn't really need to run the ball, and they look good through the air, so that does worry me some. So I did think about that quite a bit, really. But the public's so heavy on it. It's like 88% or something like that I seen last time I looked, that they're just backing it. So I'm not going to – every time I take one of those heavy public plays, it never works out for me. So
I've seen a lot of play on Michigan State with the upset, and that I'm just not seeing. I mean, I'm seeing a close game. Like I said, I'm predicting a field goal game, but I just don't see them going into Miami and winning. But I do think that they have the talent to keep that game, close enough where, like I said, I'm envisioning a 3-point game where they still end up losing. The one thing that I do, King, that quarterback for Miami, being that he is a dual threat, generally, I mean, a lot of Big Ten defenses, Michigan State, several others have seemed to struggle against dual threat quarterbacks. So that could be an issue if they don't have a solid plan together. But I think it's just still going to be a close game to stay around that 3 mark, but that will hinge on Michigan State's defense, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree to that. Yep.
The only thing that makes me kind of think about this game is if you would have bet this game 2 weeks ago, you could have got 15.5.
Yeah, for Michigan.
For State, you could have got 2 weeks ago. You could have got 15.5 in this game. So.
Oh yeah, and I mean we're all. I mean, yeah. Hindsight's 2020. We're all laying plus 15.5, no problem.
Yeah,
no, exactly. That's still the line of day. I'm not saying take Miami plus minus 15. No way, no, that wouldn't come out of my mouth. So,
all right, Legion, your last pick for the weekend.
Yeah, the last one I'm going with Auburn plus 6. I mean, they're going to go up to Penn State there. It's a hard battle at Penn State. As far as the money, the public money and stuff's concerned, it's pretty much split from the last time I looked. Auburn is 6-3, their last 9 against the spread. So I really look for Bo Nix here to have a solid game. I think the offensive coordinator being new for Auburn has only helped Bo Nix out so far, and I think that's what they needed for him to get the gear and do a lot better here. So that's what I'm going to go with here. And so I think at this game, I have Penn State winning by 2, 52% of the time. So sprinkling a little bit on Auburn money line makes sense to me as well. So
you said Auburn was plus 6?
Yep.
I definitely would buy that. I would lean a little on Auburn money line too. Bo Nix is playing pretty well. Auburn itself, they're playing pretty well. So.
And I'm looking for the lineman size versus Auburn on the defensive and offensive line versus Penn State's line. Auburn outweighs them by, I think it's like 150, 200 pounds or something like that last time I looked. So I think if that line can wear down Penn State, Auburn has a chance to win this game late. So if they win the game, it's going to be the last second, drive, win it by a field goal or something like that. I don't think they're going to win by a touchdown anymore. But
all right. Yeah, I haven't made a play on that one yet. I kind of looking at the total on that one also, but yeah, think those are some very good points. So we've got Rossman's taking Northern Illinois plus the points against Michigan. They've split in the Miami Michigan State game. Ross likes the Spartans, but he likes them to lose.
Yeah, I can agree to that. So we're on the same page.
I think
Legion's laying the points with the Hurricanes, and Legion's also taking the points with Auburn over Penn State.
Yep.
All right.
So that's where we're at. And then Tim Earl there. What's going on, buddy? I was going to fade your ECU, and I was going to think about taking Marshall minus with the points there, but I don't know. ECU just might be scrappy this week. We'll see what test they bring. After that heartbreak loss to South Carolina, that was my only problem with fading ECU. Was that are they going to come back and bounce back, or are they actually just going to just go downhill further from here? So we'll see on that game. So
I have no thoughts on that game. I would. Every time you say Marshall, I just keep thinking of the conversation we had before about Marshall, Michigan, and the cheese. Yeah,
you're taking cheese down to him, right?
Yep.
No, he is. He better be. Damn, he better be.
Yep. Yeah, since we played it up so much, Ross.
Yeah.
You're gonna change Legion's life. He's gonna love it.
Good deal.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Short show tonight for Saturday picks. 2 picks each. Hey, obviously you both can't win, but you both can't go undefeated. But hey, take your pick who you like on your own between Michigan and Michigan State, and then take the other 2 winners they gave out, and you'll have a good weekend.
That's right.
There we go.
All right, so that'll do it for this edition of Saturday Tailgating for this week of college football. And as Rye Cape would always say, let's cash some tickets.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. See you guys next week.
Take care.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.